Your life experience, good or bad, is a gift when you share it with others. At Taxi Chronicles, we allow real riders with real stories to share their gift. So hopefully this episode will intrigue, enhance or inspire you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Morning. Yes, we're back with another episode, another rider. Today we're honoured to have a musician in the house, singer, songwriter and all the rest. His name's Nick and he's going to tell us how he got into the industry, what motivates him and just everyday life. So nice to have you here today, Nick.
Nice, thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
So tell us first of all, what kind of person were you when you were in school? What kind of child were you?
What kind of person? I was I guess I was the cheeky chappy that got away with everything because I got along with all the students and got along with all the teachers, but I wasn't the perfect student myself. So yeah, I was this smiley one but a little bit cheeky on the side.
Okay, that's nice. Did you go into music straight away? Was music your favourite subject?
Music, I actually failed music at school. I failed my GCSE music and then got my first guitar when I was 16, so quite late. And at 18, 2 years later, I kind of dropped everything and pursued being a guitarist and music. So it took a while for me to get there, but I got there.
So you've been in the music industry for quite a while then?
Yeah, I'm 35.
So you've been playing guitar, and what other instruments do you play?
Guitar's my main strongest instrument. Play keys, sing a little bit, play bass, and produce.
Have you got any albums or any music out there?
Yeah, I got some of my own stuff out there, but for a big part of my life I was a session musician, so I tour and play guitar with commercial artists such as Ed Sheeran, Backstreet Boys, Ting Tings. Oh yeah, it's about 20 different artists I kind of jump. Yeah, so I'm like the backing guitarist, or also done my own bands, which done quite a lot of touring as well. So yeah.
So yeah, I didn't see that coming. So what was that experience like touring with the stars?
It's been amazing, no complaints. It's I honestly, I've just been incredibly lucky that I've been quite consistently working, and in the industry is all about who you know. I think you start off just grinding and then just make sure you do a good job with each job, and I was very lucky to get recommended job after job. So yeah, but kind of winding down a little bit from the road now, so doing a lot more studio work and writing and producing, so less travelling now.
Why is that?
Just getting old. It is a bit of a young man's game, they say, isn't it? In your 20s is brilliant, but obviously I'm 35 now, so just want to be a bit more settled down and next stage in life, not just
What was it like living on the road? Loads of groupies and all the rest of it?
Well, it's a very surreal experience. You're in a different...
Seeing as you're going to a stag do now, so first thing Saturday morning.
Yeah, no.
It speaks pleasures.
Yeah, well, it's an amazing experience. Very surreal. The travelling's very intense. Sometimes no sleep, and but I would not change anything for it. I'm incredibly fortunate to have I'm still doing that kind of stuff. So, but just a notch down now.
What would be your advice to somebody who's trying to get into the music industry?
My advice is to make sure for you to first of all do it because you purely love music. Don't do it for the fame, or do it think you're gonna want to be, I don't know, as famous as Kim Kardashian or whatever. Don't do it for the fame or the money or whatever, because you'll realise very quickly you won't survive for very long. So do it purely for the love of singing or playing guitar, whatever that you do, and because people will knock you back so much, and none of it will matter, because at the end of the day you still go home and play music. And there's that persistence that eventually, if you truly love what you do, something will happen, something good will happen.
Okay. And what would be your advice in regards to life on the road?
Life on the road, sleep when you can, and just be careful to not slip into all the cliches of a touring musician on the road, like all the groupies, and all that drinking and stuff like that, because it will wear you down. It's not sustainable. So you have to make sure to stay healthy and exercise and get good sleep while you're on the road.
Okay. How would you say you've developed over the years as a musician and sound writer?
As a developed musician, I think when a lot of musicians, when they first start off, they're probably quite arrogant, or they're very, I only do this, or I only listen to this type of music, I only listen to rock, or I hate, the very common one is I hate pop music, or whatever. And then over time you just got, you're humble, and you learn such appreciation for every genre and why people do what they do. It's because they love it, and you cannot...
Ed Sheeran's pop, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the biggest pop star of the last decade, and he gets a lot of stick, but you cannot, I just feel, it might not be your taste, you can like it or you not like it, but I'd never say music is bad, or because music that doesn't move you would move some 16-year-old girl who's maybe had a tough time at school, but puts on an Ed Sheeran song and jumps around a room and forgets about everything for that moment. And that's a beautiful thing, I think, so no one should knock that.
Okay. What does the future hold for you?
Future hold for me, so I'm kind of working my own project. Well, obviously during COVID, a lot of projects have stopped, no touring, and I couldn't work with other musicians, so I'm starting my own projects, and I'm also started to produce for other artists, so just trying to find other revenues which isn't fully dependent on touring, which has been for the last 10 years.
If people want to find you or look you up, see what stuff you've done, where can they find you?
So my socials is at Nick Sang Music, NICKTSANG Music, and I recently started a project which is called Amberlake, and my handle is iamamberlake, AMBERLAKE.
You've been a great guest.
Thank
Couple
you.
more questions.
Yeah.
What's the impact you want to have on the world?
The impact that I have on the world, these are big questions, I like them.
Thank you.
The impact I just want to have, if I could create something that other people connect with, and kind of, music I just feel is such a powerful thing. It could transport you, like it could create a memory for you. It could just initiate any sort of emotion, sadness, happiness, or whatever. And if I could do that through my music and make someone like dance for that moment, or maybe just trigger memory for someone or something like that, just trigger some emotion, then that would be amazing.
What would you say to your 16-year-old self, that cheeky self at school?
My cheeky self at school. I think it's quite a standard one, but don't be afraid to make mistakes. And the world's a scary place, but the more, just got to put yourself out there, don't you? And put yourself in the firing line, because that's how you learn to get better. And my God, I made a lot of mistakes, and quite a few that I was, I didn't take the chance because I was scared of messing up. But I would say just make as much mistakes as possible.
Okay. You spoke about being a singer, songwriter and musician. Can you give us a small 1-minute song now?
I'm not really, I only just learned to sing, like, you must go. Give me a guitar, I would have played you a tune.
Yeah. So he's not ready for it. He doesn't want to
No,
jump.
I'm not ready for the voice.
That
Just
would be
got
a
up.
perfect start to your stag night.
Oh no, that's it. That's it.
Okay. There was a last question there. Did I ask you about what's the impact you want to have in the world? I didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I just got thrown there. Well, we wish you well.
Thank you.
In what you're trying to do. Do you feel that as a musician, there's a need to be qualified?
In what way?
Like degrees,
All the official qualifications.
Or do you feel that you can just go with it?
I am qualified. I did do music, go to music college, but I've never. I can't read music. I've got a whole career in music and I can't read any notation or write music. I don't believe you need to be qualified. I think you just need to, the best education you could have, just listen to lots of music and learn to play it and sing your favourite songs and practice a little bit, practice every day. Whatever you want to get good at, just practice it every day, and that is your training. You don't need any degree or official piece of paper or learn to read music to become a musician.
So it's about networking. Has the fact that you have been able to read music affected you, because you seem to get the contracts with the Ed Sheerans and people like that, and which are they aware that you can't read music? Or
no one's ever asked me to read music. It's I guess I work in a different world where I often am just given the piece of music, given this MP3 or whatever to listen to, and I have to play it on the spot. So I think my ears are pretty well tuned that I could pick up. I don't need to pick up an instrument, and I kind of know what I have to play. So I kind of bypass that process. But if you're doing more theatre work, then you do need to be able to read music, theatre or classical. But I'm from the more contemporary background where I just listen to music and be able to play it back.
That's good. That's really, really good.
Mm.
So we wish you well.
Oh, thank you very much.
What you're planning to do and what you should endeavour, and remind us one last time where people can find you.
People can find me, I guess I'm most active on Instagram. So I have two Instagram. One is Nick Sang Music, NICKTSANG Music, and my personal artist project is called Amberlake, and the handle is iamamberlake.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot for that, and we wish you well.
Thank you so much.
We hope you liked that Taxi Chronicles interview. Don't forget to share and subscribe to get the latest episode. Ever considered investing in the continent with the fastest growing economies and population on Earth? The same continent that holds 30% of the world's known natural resources. Listen to our sister podcast, Africa Investor Stories, where you hear real investors with real stories from around the world share their experience of investing in Africa. We post Monday and Thursday at 10 a.m. British Standard Time.